Facts. Facts. Now, this video comes from, this is a response video from another video that this guy was explaining. He wasn't explaining anything. He just basically said that men are more willing to die when they get married, and they outlive men who are single. Okay? And you responded, Champ, I'm waiting for you to explain why it is so. I need to know before I get married. Now, first of all, before we continue on, you know how TikTok is with their sensitivities and their robo word checks, okay? I advise you not to get married, okay? Marriage is just a piece of paper. You can have a ceremony, okay? You don't have to go through the government. That's the first thing I want to say. That's my best advice. It's not good to marry unless you have a plan, okay? All right? And a plan means that a contingency plan is just in case if she's not going to be faithful to you, or she's not going to keep up with her womanly duties. But let me get down with the nitty-gritty, with the details. When he said that, obviously he's the type, when I say beta, it doesn't mean I'm offending anyone. It's just that he's ignorant upon the fact of the knowledge to knowing how to be a real alpha male, okay? And now when I say alpha male, I'm talking about a male who's completely logical. The terminology, no money, no honey, comes from a man. So if you got like money on your mind, you know, family on your mind, a business on your mind, instead of the lovey-dovey, thinking with your big head rather than the little head, you are more alpha. To think family values, okay, business values, everything comes with conditions, everything comes with logic. You're right there. You have standards, and then most men don't have standards. Okay, so since we understand that beta males don't really put up front their standards, and very few and far between men out there who are alphas, they put their standards up front. They never let the little head get the best of them. Now, when it comes down to what he said, okay, I digress. I know I did. I'm just going into detail with it. When he said that out of ignorance, okay, they are not willing to die. When men marry, they are ignorant of the fact that they will most likely pass away before she will. Okay? They don't know this. And the reason why it's not that they're willing to die, is that they're ignorant of it. Now, the man who is single is going to outlive the person who's going to get married, especially if he's thinking about his health. He's thinking about his mental health. He's going to outlive a person who's married. Most men, I said good wise men, okay, who is alpha about their health, alpha about their mental health, they will not tolerate, as I said, there's a word there, a childful woman, childful like-minded woman. They're not even going to give her a chance. All right. And by the way, like I said before, alphas always do the application process. He would not even entertain a woman who is not a virgin. He would not entertain a woman who has issues sexually or even is not a virgin. He would never simp. But most men, in particular, will sacrifice themselves because they're in their emotional state. They don't know any better. Most men are, like 80 to 90% of men, will marry a woman without thinking about protecting themselves. They don't know the capabilities of what a Jezebel, or a woman who has ulterior motives, would do to him in the long run. Especially if she's not willing to learn. She's not willing to be taught. She hasn't had any proper father figure bringing them up. Now, people don't really know what a pimp is, okay? All right? And people really don't know what an alpha is. They are very, very, very rare. They do not exist. So when you think, they do exist, but very small in between. And, you know, you have to live in certain areas of the world to understand what a pimp is. And you have to live in certain areas of the world just to know what a real alpha is. And I'm coming from an alpha myself, which people keep calling me Sigma for some reason. I'm actually above an alpha. I'm an indigo. I do not do or go by what the general masses of asses go by, because I'm old. Like, I am a Gen Xer. born in 1974. I actually know the true definition of simp. Simp actually means suckers investing in mediocre pussy. Okay, you see, there's a terminology for it, dealing with a woman who's not a virgin. Part of the purity culture, which you will not see on the internet. You do not know about the indigo children. Now, I'm just trying to tell you, I'm explaining it to you that most men are beta in their emotions. So whenever a man marries a woman, it's out of sheer emotion. He's not thinking about business. He's not thinking of family, which is shocking to me because I've given therapy to many thousands of people in my life. I started Kevin Samuels, but you see what happened to him when I tried to tell him it's not wise to be too ambitious. All right? But when you marry, I recommend you not marrying. Test her out first. See if she's going to falter with your loyalty test. Do the loyalty test thing. I teach a lot of knowledge on the internet that is pretty much usually censored. I get censored a lot because of certain words I use, and then they take it out of context like I'm trying to bully someone. But trust me on this, it is not worth it. Now, if you're traveling overseas, that's another topic, because I'm the only one that does the things that I do. I'm the only one on the internet that has many wives overseas, have my own properties over there. They work for me. They serve me. And all of them are virgins. And I know how to check for virginity. You guys got to stop simping. When you see a woman just because she's beautiful, beauty fades. And after that fades, that mask falls off. Do you know what women have told me when I was giving them counsel and therapy? They told me they never loved the man in the first place. Sorry, romance is only for suckers. They don't need romance. They automatically get turned on by the man they're attracted to. Alright? I talk about secret spots on women's bodies. I talk about a whole lot of different things that nobody really talks about on the internet. But you know, there will be some copycats. If you have the experience, you better look up my beard. I'm 50, and I feel like I'm 19. I'm always on the court shooting 3-point shots. Trust me on this, it's not good to marry. She will get you in the end. 90%, okay? 90%. No matter, even a virgin, even when I married my virgin, I thought a virgin would be loyal. But I've already showed the people already, which I'm being censored, okay? My videos are being censored, as you should know. When I post things, it gets taken down, so I get tired of it just being myself, you know. Other than that, that's all I really wanted to say, guys. Okay, I wanted to say this to you too. It's not wise to get married. It's just a governmental piece of paper that shows that she has entitlement to your monies, to your funds. Especially if you're the good guy trying to, protect her, trying to comfort her. You got to get a two-way rapport, baby. You know, she may not even give you affection all like that. You're just interested in her because she's beautiful. Okay? So stop being simpy, like a simpy boy or an emotional douchebag, and come and get the knowledge from the right people. It's not wise to marry these days. It's better to marry overseas in poorer countries. Okay, whenever a woman has opportunity, that's your downfall. And I learned this the hard way. So now I get child support. She pays me, and she's on the street. But you don't have to take my word for it. You better start getting your head out of the hole in the ground and start looking around and seeing what other men go through. Hear how these terrible stories about false PFAs are filed on men, and they don't know what happened. It happened to me. Alright? But other than that, that's all I really want to say, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Come follow me, and I hope you take my word of advice. Always know thyself over everything else, or you will be on ice. Peace.